Alright everybody, here we are. We're playing Victorian Masterminds, and this was sent to us by Simon, or Come On! And I am joined by Amanda Awesome. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Yes. So, the gist of the game is that we're like an evil scientist person. We're trying to build this little like machine here. Each of our machines are different. I have the Beluga, and she has the Red Kraken. Red Crack-a-Leckin'. And so what we're trying to do is, here's our parts. We're going to try to build them. This is the blueprint. We're trying to actually build the parts onto here. And the way we do that is by collecting the little pieces that we need to be able to put the part on there. As we do that, it's going to give us victory points or other special abilities. We'll explain as we play. The gist of it is that we have 5 agents right here. And I take randomly the top one, and then I basically have an ability, and then we also are going to collect regardless resources to be able to build our little machine regardless. So I will explain the abilities as we play the game. There are 5 locations on the board. We have London, we have Moscow, we have Paris, we have Rome, and we have Washington. And I have to basically select one of these cities where I'm going to place my character. I think right off of the bat, I am just going to place right here. Now, I am done. Whenever somebody places a second agent in the same location in a 2-player game. Now, if we were playing with more than 2 players, it would take 3 agents. Then they all flip up and they reveal, and then we activate those agents in order from whoever placed first to whoever placed last in that location. But like I said, that would only be in a 3 or 4-player game that you would wait till there's 3 agents, but in a 2-player game, once the second agent is in that location, it would flip. So these agents are basically going to be able to try to get these little cards here. These cards are going to, basically you have to meet the requirement. In this one, in this case, it says you have to be up 3 on this little tracker here. So right now, we are only at 0, so we are not at 3. We'd have to get up to here, and if we meet the requirement, then we would gain the card, and then it's worth 2 victory points at the end of the game, or what they call mayhem points. This one here is saying you have to have built the piece where you have unlocked your scientist, and then you would be able to gain that one. It would be worth 2 victory points. So you basically, once you meet the requirement, you get the card. But there's an agent that would only allow you to gain that. So Amanda, you have a question?
No.
Okay, go ahead. You could go ahead and play. You ain't got to wait for me to finish talking. I could talk here all night. So, all right. So then I just place another one, and let's see. Let's place this one here. And now that there are 2 agents there, play pauses, and now we activate them. So we just flip them over just like that, and this is the agent basically that would allow me to get that card if I met the requirement. Now, unfortunately, the very first thing I do get though is I get the ability of this location, and in this case I will go 1 up on this little track, okay? However, then her special ability would kick in, which says that I could get this card if I happen to be 3 up on that track. Well, in this case, I'm only at 1, so I'm not going to be able to get the cards, so she just goes to my discard pile. Next, this one will activate, and what she does is she allows you to gain the bonus from that city 2 times. So I'm going to be able to go up 2 on that track. So if I'd have had them reversed, I would have been able to get that card. But as it is, it's not going to happen. So, all right, Amanda, you're up again. So the game is going to end once one of us builds our entire machine, or if this track, this arrow here, this dial gets all the way to 12. And the way that that's going to happen is whenever we capture monuments. All right, so she's going to flip hers over. So the very first thing that's going to happen is she's going to gain a bolt. So she now places the bolt on one of her spaces on her blueprint. So each one of these is segmented off, and then it tells you the requirements to be able to build it. So in this case, this needs 2 bolts and 1 copper plating. So once that's filled in, then you can actually build that part onto your machine. Now, this guy's special ability is that he activates your machine. Now, each machine is different. In the case of mine, that I could actually gain a special resource, like basically a bolt, a book, a scientist, a fire, or a copper plating if I had another one of my special agents there. In her case, she just gains a book and places it here. It's called the Da Vinci Code. They're the Codex books, okay? Once you get 5 of them, they are worth 1 victory point apiece. Once you get 5 of them, then you don't have to draw blindly off the top of your stack. You can actually look at your stack and take the one that you want. So now he's all finished up because she did gain her book and she did gain her bolt. Now the next one, she is going to gain a bolt again. And then this guy's special ability is that if he would have been the first one to activate, he cancels the special ability of the next agent under him of another player, not your own. So basically she just collected 2 bolts. That's all she was after. All right, so it's back to me again. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one for me. Let's see. I think I will go... I will go right down here. Okay? All right. And then I'm going to go here with that one, and let's flip them over. All right. So first thing first is she is going to get 1 copper plating. Sorry about the glare. I'm trying to keep the camera away from the glares for you guys as best I can. All right, so she got her copper plating, and now that she got her 2 bolts and her copper plating there, she finished the part. These just go away, and she completed that 1 segment. So what that little segment means, and we both have basically kind of the same things, and it's this little 2 hammer symbol. What that means is whenever you activate your engineer, you can do this, you could automatically do, and she already did that. Mine's different. But now she's going to be able to do this ability as well. I'm sorry, this ability as well, which means she's just going to gain a victory points.
Instant?
But,
is that instantly?
well, you do it whenever you actually activate your engineer, and you don't get it instantly, so that would be cheating. Now, the other thing is that she does have 1 book, so real quick, she does her character here can capture the card as long as she met the criteria of the card. The criteria of the card is she needed 1 book. She does have that, so she can take that because she does have 1 book on her player board, and now a new card will replace that one. Okay, now we will activate my guy. So the first thing I'll get is a piece of copper, and I will place that, I am going to place it here, and then it is my engineer, so gain the spoil of another city where you have an agent. I do have an agent down here, which means I can get a bolt, so I am going to place it here, which is just going to complete that piece. So I'm going to place those back up into there, and I'm going to put my piece onto the board as well, which is the same thing that Amanda had built. All right, so it goes back to Amanda. Okay, let's see. All right, so we're gonna flip these over, and I gotcha. So it was my saboteur, so she's not gonna be able to do her special ability. This is gonna allow me to go 1 up on this track. And then that's basically it for me. Now, she was going to try to gain 2 of those to be able to go up on the track, and this is important on the track, and we'll explain how that works, but in this case, I canceled out her special ability, so she'll only be able to go up 1 space on that track. So now that I've placed all my agents, I just basically shuffle these, and then I just draw another random one off the top. So let's see. All right, let's go... Okay. Okay, so now both of those will flip. All right, her very first one is she's going to get a book, so she'll put that over there in her library. And now she is going to be able to capture a building. So what this gal does is she captures 1 building from all these available here. This is the like the bigger monument. This is an academy, a factory, and I cannot remember what that one is. Regardless, she gets to capture 1 of these 4. She decided to take the monument, which then also gives her the bonus that she gains 1 of these victory points that's tokens, which is worth 2 victory points. Now she's done, and now she's going to activate this guy, which means she gets another book. And she is going to activate her machine ability, which means that she gains another book. And now she does the bonus because she built this piece, which means she gains another victory point token. And you're kind of killing me early on, to be honest with you. So slow your roll, bro.
That's what you get for all that trash talking.
I did do a lot of trash talking. All right, so I'm going to place this one right here. I'm going to flip both of these over. All right, so the very first one I have is I'm going to increase my little tracker here by 1. And now I'm also going to activate my machine. I can gain the spoil of another city where you have an agent. So I could either gain a scientist or I can gain a bolt. I think I want a bolt for right now. And I want to place it right there. And then I can also gain because I have this piece built, I get to gain a victory point as well. All right, and then he is done. And now she is going to activate, which is going to move me on the tracker one more. And now she is going to be able to get this card because I do meet the criteria because I am a 3+. So I'm going to gain that card, and then we'll place a new one in its place. So, all right, go ahead, Amanda. Okay, so the very first one we have is I do get a bolt. So I'm going to place my bolt. I'm just going to place it right here and just unlock that piece right here. Just build it immediately. Okay, and then I do get to capture a building, and oh shoot, I'm sorry. So something that should have happened when she captured this building, I am so sorry. They become suspicious, the FBI, this is their arrow basically. So you have to meet or exceed wherever the FBI or the CIA or the bad people that want to try to get us, which they're actually good people, but we think we're the good people. But you have to meet or exceed wherever this dial is with your little fire tracker. And if you don't, then you don't get to activate and capture a building. But if you do, then you get to capture a building. So in my case, because I'm way ahead of it, I do get to capture a building. But every time you do, you move that dial up one space. And I think I'm going to just take this one right here, and then I'm going to take the spoil, which is a copper, and then I'm going to place it right there. So, all right, and then she's done. Go ahead, Amanda. And you get to possibly get the card, correct? And yes, you would. So you have built either a diamond, circle, triangle, or an X, which is basically these little symbols that are on your little blueprint. See them right there, the circle, the X, the diamond, and she did. So she gets that one. And then you did get your bolt as well, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, and now you have to have 6 up on that, which I am at, by the way. So let me see. I think for me, this is a good one actually. I want to place this right there. Okay. Oh, she's going to activate him again. Okay. So I canceled out your ability because I'm a jerk. Now I do get a scientist. So what is a scientist for? So scientists can do special abilities. If you discard one of your scientists, then you can take a agent from your discard pile and place it instead of having to draw blindly from the top of your stack. Discard 2 of them, and you can place an agent, and then you can place a second agent. Discard 3, and you can take any building of your choice from anywhere. So it's pretty cool. And by the way, I forgot to move that dial up again. So you got to help me remember that, dude. So it's supposed to be up right there on 2 because we have captured 2 buildings. So, all right. So I have got my scientist guy, and you are not going to get 2 scientist guys. You're only going to get 1 scientist guy. Oh, that feels good.
Evil.
Evil woman. So I'm going to go here, flip both of these over. So I am going to get 2 of these little books from my library. Just like that. She goes away, and now she's going to get me another book for my library, and I'm going to steal a building, which I am going to steal this one again, get me another copper, which will then finish this part of my machine, and we will put that on there like that. And because I stole a building, we're going to move that dial up again so that Amanda hopefully can never steal buildings. That's her ×2 or something. I know that has to be something because she needs fire. She is so far behind on this track now that she knows she needs to hurry up and start trying to catch up. So she's getting desperate. All right, let's see. This one's mine, and I'm going to place that right there. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to place it there. Go ahead. All right, so you're activating them. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to get a bolt. Thank you. I'm going to place that on my board. I'm going to place it right there. And then I am going to capture this card because I am at 6 on this dial, 6+, which I am. And now we're going to put a new one out. Okay, and she's done. All right, and well, you're not going to be able to get the card, but you did get your bolt. So you have to have 5 total parts completed, basically. All right, let's see. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so gain 2. All right. And then you gain 1. And you now can activate your machine, which you gain a book. And you are now also going to get a victory point token as well. Okay, so Amanda has reached 5 books. So whenever you get your 5th book, you can now, instead of having to draw blindly, she gets to look at all her tiles. Now, she still has a discard pile. She can't go through that, but any of the ones that she has not discarded yet, she can look through those and select the tiles she wants to place instead of having to place randomly. So it's kind of a big deal. I'm going to place here. All right, so I'm not gonna get a whole lot for his ability, but I mainly wanted these 2 books because I want to be able to catch up to her with that ability because it is really powerful. But I will be able to get my victory point. Oh, and no, actually that wouldn't do me any good. So I'll take that off, and then I will gain another book. Okay, and now I will get this card because I have stolen a building. So because I have stolen a building, I will use her ability, special ability, to take that card, and then we'll put a new one out there. All right. Okay, go ahead, Amanda. Okay. So basically all you're going to get is a copper. And she built another part, which is just worth 5 victory points for the end of the game. That's a good one. That's a hard one to build too. Okay. And now she is going to get another copper. You'll never get me alive, copper. Okay. And now she can steal a building. What would you like to... Oh, she stole the big one. So the big one, you always get the token, and then this little dial will move up 1 space. All right, let's see here. Oh, actually I can select any of these. Let's see. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so I'm going to gain 2 bolts. And I'm going to place them here and here. These little tokens are so small, they're really annoying, to be honest with you. And then I'll gain 1 more bolt, and we will place that on the only, well, I could go there, but I'll go there. And then I can also steal a building. I will steal this one, which gives me a token. Okay, and then I'll take that. All right, go ahead. Okay, so she is going to get 2 scientists. Okay, and then have gain 1 more scientist. I don't think you can. You haven't unlocked it yet. So to be able to, for me, I've got 2 spaces, 1 here and 1 here to be able to unlock to get enough scientists. She's only got 1 that she has to unlock on her player board. However, have you unlocked any? No, you haven't. So she's not going to be able to get you the card. So that was a complete waste putting her there, but what do I know? So I'm going to place him there. Just real quick, I want to make sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. You gotta help me remember that, dude. I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna forget this whole game. Let's see. So basically, I'm just gonna get 3 copper, and so I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, and just build both of these pieces. These 2 here. So let's put that on there, and let's put that on there. Okay, I only got 3 pieces left to build, girl.
Slow down.
Nope, I'm not slowing my roll. All right, so basically she's just gaining 1 on the track, and then, and then she'll gain another on the track, and that gives her the capacity now to steal a building, and she's taking the big one, which gives her another victory point token as well, and then it moves the dial. Lol, thank you, you're so sweet. Okay, let's see. Oh. Okay, just going for it, huh? So gain 2 copper plating. They're tiny, I know. Gain another, so you should gain 3 total copper plating.
One, so I put that one. So I have 2 more. And just go here.
Boop, boop. Okay, and that'll instantly move for 2 up on the track here. Okay. All right, and then you also activate your guy, which means you get a book. And you are also going to gain a scientist, but you can't because you haven't unlocked that space yet. And then you're going to gain a victory point token. Good job. All right, so that's my last one I could place. Let's see. I'm going to go. I'll go here. Okay, so I'm going to gain a book again. A book again. Which now, because I've unlocked this space, it actually flips over and they gain, like, there are 2 value instead. All right, so I'm going to gain the spoil of any city where you have an agent. So I'm going to gain it right here. And then because I've unlocked this on my machine right here, I'm going to gain it again. So I'm going to gain 2 bolts. Okay, and I'll put one here, which will finish that. And then I'll place one there. Okay, and then he's done. Oh, and then I gain a victory point as well. And now she activates, which gives me another book, which I'll take another tour. And then I can steal a city, which I am equal with the dial. So I will steal this one here, and I'll gain another bolt. Place it right there. Okay, and then that will move the dial up again. Thank you. I saw you doing it for me. Thank you. All right, so you are now activating that, which means I gain a bolt, which I'm just going to place here. So that's going to finish off this piece for me. Dude, I am cooking, man. I got 1 piece left to build. I don't know how I did this. And then I can pick this up because I have built 5 pieces. So that card is mine. So, all right. And now you can gain 2 bolts. Okay, so that'll complete another piece for her. Okay, so let's see. Just did it instantly, huh? All I'm going to do is just collect a scientist. I didn't expect you to go where I went. Okay, and then you're going to collect a scientist. And, oh, you've unlocked it, yep. And now you get to steal a building because you are high enough. And that's going to go up again. Which, oh, you take this one? Mm-hmm. Phew. Okay, let's see. Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is, oh, I did this backwards. Never mind, we're not doing that. Sorry. Nothing to see here. We'll do this. Okay, so I will gain 2 more books. And then I am going to gain 1 more book. And I still don't know why I put her there. But regardless, I've got my books all filled up. And you're up. Because I can't take the city because I'm too low on the track. Okay, so you're already full of scientists, so you can't place any, unfortunately. But if she wanted to, she could spend 3 of her scientists to take a building from anywhere that she wanted to. That's one of the special abilities. Which, so that would have. So put him back on for just 1 second, because we finished this first. So first off, you would have gained a scientist, but you can't because you're full. And then you have unlocked your scientist card, so you can take that. Okay, so you gain a scientist, but you can't because you're full. And now you do your special ability for your so you can gain a book, and then you can gain a scientist, but unfortunately you're still full. And then you also gain a victory point token. Oh, you're killing me. You're doing really well. Now, if you wanted to spend 3 scientists, you could, and you can take a building from any place on the board.
I will take this one.
Okay, and that will give you the benefit, which is a bolt. Very good, very good. Okay, so I'm going to place this guy right here, and I'm just going to activate this. I don't care. Okay. So I'm going to go What Up the Fire. I have taken one of these. So it's asking specifically for this type of a building, if you notice. So I can take that card. So let's flip that onto there. And then I'm going to go up on this track 1 more time. And then that's it. All right, go ahead. Okay. Let's see. A card down there. Did I forget a card down there too? I'm sorry. Okay, and then go ahead. You're up.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, I just did place it. Okay, so you're going to get 2 copper.
Okay, so I'm going to keep them in there.
Yep.
And then just
Finish that piece, which is a big deal because now whenever you collect books, they can be 2 value. All right. And then I'm going to collect 2 copper as well, which is going to finish my machine. So this goes to here. And because I was first player, Amanda's going to have 1 more turn, and then I will have 1 turn, and then she'll have another turn. So basically, you can place 2 more tiles. And in this case, we will activate all of the tiles, just so you know. So it's best to go ahead and just try to spread them out if you can. That way they'll all activate anyways. And they will activate in order, so we'll start at the top and work our way down. She's trying to do algebra over there. Maybe some long division, heavy multiplication. Let's see. Can I change that real quick? I want her instead. Okay. All right. So now that we've placed, and the game is over because I finished building my machine, now what we do is we still activate all the agents that are left on the board, and we start from the top and we work down. So that would give me a copper, but I have no use for copper. And I just basically can capture a card, which this means as long as I get it, as long as I unlocked that, which I did. So that's it for me. Now we go to her. She gets to go 1 up on this fire, and then she can also capture this card if she's built 1 of each one of these types, which I believe you have, right? So you've built 1 triangle.
That was my algebra.
Oh, I got you. Okay, I won't even question it. Then we'll flip this one up, which you get a book, but it becomes a 2 book instead of a 1 value. And you also are high enough to where you can capture a building. So, and that does give you another scientist. Very good. Okay. And then I don't know why I didn't place a second one. I had 2 scientists. I should have placed 2 tiles. That was stupid of me on my last turn. Regardless, basically you're just going to collect 1 bolt. And is that going to finish anything for you? No. If you would have collected 1 copper, if you would have went up here instead, you would have gotten a copper and you would have gotten that, which would have been worth 2 points. All right, so let's look at in-game scoring and how this works. All right, so the very first thing is we are going to get any mayhem points for completed segments on our machine. So I have a total of 3, 8, 9, 10. 10 total points for me, and Amanda looks like she has 8. All right, now we're also going to get 2 points per building we've captured. I've only captured 4. Holy crap.
20.
So you're at 20 points?
Yep.
I am at 18 points. We will get points based upon our cards here. I'm at 35.
I'm at 30.
Okay. Then we're going to get 2 points. Basically, these tokens are all worth 2 points. Okay, I think I'm at 43, and then depending on these here, that's it from. And then I'm going to recount mine. So you get 1 point for the purple, 2 points for the green. So I was 10, 18, 19, 20, 23, 25, 29, 32, 35. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58.
56.
No way!
Yep.
Oh my god, I barely squeezed out a victory on you.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you were going to get me. You started collecting so many of those buildings so fast, and you had so many of these tokens, man. Wow. Wow, what a close, great game. And you know what? I wonder if it would have made a difference if you could have, that was worth 2 points right there.
I know.
You know it? If you could have placed your guy there and gotten that 1 copper, then you would have gotten what you needed to finish building that 1 piece, and then that would have given you 2 points. We would have tied.
Yeah.
And it says tiebreaker, the player with, well, I would have still won the tiebreaker because I actually completed my machine, though, and you would have still been missing just 1 piece. But still, what a close, awesome game. That's the closest one we've had so far. Yeah, you started flying really fast by getting, because you did the strategy I did in our last practice game, is that you built the 2 pieces, this one here and this one here, so that whenever you use your engineer, you get all these special bonuses. It makes him way more powerful, and you built those really fast, and we're starting to take off kind of quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about the game and our thoughts of it. I think it's pretty cool because as a 2-player game, I think I would like this a little bit better if it was a 3-player game, maybe even 4. And the reason is because it does take 3 agents then to be able to flip the stack over. And I think that because there would also be a lot of these buildings getting snatched up a little bit quicker, it would make for a much more competitive experience. So as a 2-player game, I think it's fun, but I think this game would really truly shine at 3 and 4 player.
Me too. It'd make it more hard,
more competitive.
Complete. Yeah.
Yeah. And it seems like that the game can go really quick, as you guys just experienced with how fast we were able to build my machine. That's probably the fastest I think I've ever built my machine.
Yeah, it was quick.
Yeah, I really flew with that fast, and a lot of that was because I can gain so many resources because of my engineer's ability to gain from different locations where I have other agents planted. I didn't use any of my scientists, which I should have placed an extra token at the last turn I did. I should have just dumped them to scientist and placed another agent out, and then that could have gotten something more, but I didn't think about it. I think the pieces are really cool too. I like how each one of the buildings are a little bit different, and then depending on the city's location, it actually has like the special monument that they're known for, like the Coliseum, the White House.
Are they the 7 Wonders? Part of them.
Well, I don't know, but look. Hey, kids, it's Big Ben. Hey, kids, it's Big Ben.
boxes?
I believe that these are part of the 7. No, are they? I'm not
think
really
so.
sure, to be honest with you. Is that the Taj Mahal? Is that what that is?
I think so.
I don't know what that's called. That's in Moscow, but I'm sure one of my friends will leave a comment down below and say that's what it is. I think I got you on these cards.
Yeah,
That's
got
what I
all of
like.
them.
So what I like about it too is not only are you trying to build your little machine and you get points for that, but then you make yourself a little bit more powerful with some of the stuff. You can unlock your more scientist, you can unlock the bonuses down here. And then I also like how some of the agents are good at just like capturing the cards for victory points. You get victory points for capture because you kept capturing the big ones and taking these bonuses, because I only got one of those, which means you got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And so that's all just kind of like, weighing out. Do you want, an extra
was
little
8
reason?
points.
Yeah, that was. You scored a ton off of that. That's a lot because it's worth 2 points alone, but then it gives you that bonus token, which is worth 2 more. So these are 4 victory points. Mm-hmm. And that's, I guess, where you kind of weigh it. It's like, do you try to finish building your machine or do you go for the victory points? It's kind of fun. I like that a lot. I also think with more players, it would make this guy more beneficial, the Saboteur.
Yep.
In a 2-player game, he rarely activates, which he did activate this game, and sometimes it triggers and it's nasty, but most of the time in a 2-player game, he's not real effective, because you and I could just go on our same spots over and over and just keep activating those locations, and we never have to visit a city where the other player is.
Yeah.
Whereas I think with more players, we'd be forced to have to visit cities where other players are, which would make a much more fun experience. So, well, what do you think? You like it?
I do like it. It's pretty easy game to learn.
I thought it was a lot easier to learn too. When I first saw the box and everything, I was a little intimidated. And this is by Eric Lane and Antoine Baza, and 2 really good designers. I'm not usually a huge fan of Eric Lane games. Antoine, yes, I love a lot of his games. He did like a lot of the ones like Takanoko. I taught you with the Panda Bear, the Gardener, and stuff, and Takedo, even, where you go through your journey through Japan, remember? And you like a lot of those 7 Wonders. And Eric Lang, a lot of his games are a lot of kind of confrontational style games, but this seems a little bit different than anything I've played that he's designed. And this is one I really do enjoy quite a bit, to be honest with you. So
this game gives you a lot of abilities.
This game, a lot of different things to unlock on your board, doesn't it? And a lot of special things. I like this. I almost see the way they could expand it to where you could have maybe where you could unlock another secret agent, that you could add to your pool. That'd be kind of neat. Yeah. Or maybe each player has one agent that's different than everybody else's. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah. I don't know. I think this is a good one. I'm probably going to keep this one in my collection. I think it's quite enjoyable. I was really surprised. And there are several different little blueprints here. So it is a 4-player game only, but we do have like the tarantula. We have claws. It's like a mole drilling machine. We have the flying penis. Oh, nope, I'm sorry, the albatross. We have Mephisto. So really cool, a lot of fun. I like this one quite a bit, so I'm glad Amanda enjoyed this as well. Check it out if you guys get a chance to play it. And Amanda, do you want to send them off?
Have a good night.
Have a good night, unless it's daytime.
Oh, I don't always say that.
I know. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.